Oh, hey. You're here to rest. There's somebody in here, but I don't know if it's an SCP or if it's the other scientist.
Let's find out.
I don't know. This is gonna be terrible. What do we got? Oh god damn it!
What's even scarier than SCPs? Why, it's more ads! Bada bing, this episode's sponsored by AMINO. AMINO is a network of a bunch of communities that tackle pretty much anything. It's one of the best places to connect with people who share your interests. It's got game-related stuff like Mario or Splatoon, or more IRL things such as art and cosplay. You can see a feed filled with content created by other users, vote on polls, or take quizzes. It's got a live layer as well, so you can see who's up and doing what. You can even hop over to my page and answer my question. So if you're antisocial like me, it's a good way to break out of your shell. You can always check out the links in the description for more details. Anyway, SCP Secret Lab is a game where everyone hates and doesn't trust each other as they struggle to survive, except for, ironically, the monsters who do their darndest to work together to make sure those filthy humans have a less than pleasurable time. Secret Laboratory plays out at the lovable SCP Foundation, a quaint little area that houses all sorts of freaks. What do you know, some shit's hit the fan and now the big baddies are out. The cannon fodder, also known as the D-Class, use the excitement to try and escape, since as former convicts, they were basically just used to experiment on the SCPs, and generally bit the bullet as they do so. The scientists realize that they're probably bones since they've been the ones studying the SCPs, so they know how lean and mean they can be, and now have convicts running about ready to shank them for their keycards and call them nerds. Then you got two gun groups, the furries who want to rescue the nerds and kill the convicts, and the chaos who want to do the opposite, and also kill the furries. The game has a few options to end the match. If all the furries die, then chaos wins. If all the SCPs die, then furries win. If everyone dies, then the spooky crew wins. The game is modeled after SCP Containment Breach and plays pretty similar to it depending on your class. You basically are looking to maneuver the randomly generated facility to complete a set task. As a D-boy, it's your job to shout, "D-boys!" whenever you spawn and instantly find and follow nerds, berate them constantly, and then steal their keycard when they upgrade it so you can get out. Chaos are your friends, and if they manage to get you up top, you'll respawn as them, just as the nerds will respawn as furries. Nerds are stupid and everyone hates them except the furries. If you're a nerd, you're dumb, and you should stop playing the game and just give all your items to the D-boys. Or I guess if you actually want to play, you try and find the upgrade machine to make a fancy card which will allow you to nuke the entire building, thus killing everyone inside. But it sucks if you're on the receiving end of that. The furries in Chaos basically try and rescue their fodder counterpart. Chaos doesn't have to kill SCPs, but that doesn't mean you should ignore them since they will try and kill you. The spooks all have a buttload of health, so it either takes a giant amount of gunfire or you can find the super soaker to take them out in one blast. Unless of course you want to just laugh maniacally as you mow down your fellow inmates and nerds! But as with pretty much any game like this, the main classes that people care about are the monsties. You got 4 bad boys. It used to be more, but the other one was just a PC that could open and close some doors, and the devs thought that was dumb. You got Peanut, Radical Larry, Shy Guy, and of course a cameo of Plague Knight from the hit series Shovel Knight. Peanut wants to nut up to shut him up and can move at very fast speeds. However, if anyone lays their baby blues on you, you'll be stopped in your tracks until they break eyesight. Humans will start to blink whenever Peanut is near, and it's weird because they all blink at the same 4-second interval, so you'll be able to move a bit as they do. If you manage to get up nice and close to him, you do that thing that Peanut loves to do, snap necks. Radical Larry is a creepy, smiley old man, which is especially weird because old things shouldn't be happy. They're close to death. Wait, is that why they're... But regardless, as Radical Larry, you do have the ability to vibrate through walls, so you can often spook people out of safe zones and into the loving embraces of your fellow monsties. He also has the ability to burrow underground by setting a target point and then activating his burrow ability. Larry can, however, be contained by someone sacrificing themselves in the House of Screams near this dude's spawn. Shy Guy is in fact shy, and I relate to him. He doesn't like people to look at him, similar to how I get upset when someone sees me in a stream by donating to turn my webcam on. Shy Guy will scream and attack whoever sees him. However, unlike me, Shy Guy attacks physically instead of berating his adoring fans with words even though they just supported him. He will gain a large burst of speed and will be able to break open doors. It does, however, take a moment to go into rage mode, so it's not wise to try and trigger when you have 50 people facing you, as you'll be a still target. Finally, we got Plague Knight. He is calm, cool, and collected and just wants to help. Everybody is sick and he is the cure. What a swell guy. Cure people by tapping them, and then you can resurrect them into your own personal airplane moldy boy. The moldy boys are like people, just more dead. But they are cured of the disease and want to help old Plague Knight cure the innocents. PK can only resurrect for a few seconds after curing someone, however. Just be sure to welcome your new soldier of the undead to your team, as the transition from death to not quite death can be a scary one. What makes SCP Secret Lab so great is it can still be a horror game in a way. In the beginning of the matches, when you run into Peanut as a D-boy or scientist, it can be pretty spooky. You can then pull the generic Let's Player and go, please don't kill me. But unlike Let's Players, your pleats can actually be genuine since the monsters are controlled by humans. So it has a chance to actually work. Sometimes you can convince them to let you live if you lead them to others. Lord knows I've made bargains by promising the SCPs I'd open all the doors for them that they normally can't if I was kept alive. That's what's so super fun about it. It's one of those games that's fun because the people playing it kind of make the game. Some games you get away with silly stuff like that, others everyone plays the role accordingly and goes try hard, and sometimes you luck into funny peeps that take their role too seriously and roleplay in character. Not to mention, the game is free, and it's brought me a lot more enjoyment than games I wound up shelling $40 to $60 on. I look forward to seeing it become more finalized, considering as is, it's pretty buggy, but that's almost part of its charm. Kind of dumb one of the devs quit because of Discord drama though, but oh wells, just keep an eye on